Oh, right, welcome back to Demon's Souls, the remake. So, 2 places down with a bosses taken, so it's time to, or defeated, so it's time to go to a world 3, Tower of Latria, and Prison of Hope. And there's a little story bit about location itself. And this is a interesting little stage, or world, however you wanna call it. Because, well, it's much more illuminated than it used to be, because early in the original one it was insanely dark. Now it's just dark, but there's lots of all these kind of little light sources and all that to really show you the way. And oh yeah, this place looks much more hospitable, and it didn't look particularly hospitable ever, but well, suffice to say, this is a prison. A mind flayer. And oh, I avoided that. Those things are dangerous. They got a stunning attack, which naturally is followed by a grabbing deadly kill attack. But there's all kinds of keys around in this place to be gathered. 3rd floor cell key. And there was an equipment set for a wizard. This could be, feel to be one of the more, you could say, stealthier stages of the game, because of the emphasis of this layout of the stage. And this place is a huge prison. Well, Prison of Hope is quite an apt name description for this location. Because this place is just exactly that. It's prison. Meant to keep people locked in here. With all these little interesting items and tidbits around here. I think it might be wiser to just take these things out using arrows. Yeah, I did grant myself the chance to make use of the best white bow, meaning it took some quite a lot of improvement about upgrading my strength. And there are prisoners in this place. Feel free to kill them, and that is kind of a, you could say, distraction, because that doesn't actually that is not actually a, you could say, any kind of shortcut or yeah, arrows take those things out much faster. They got a huge amount of magic resistance, and because the crescent sword, our crescent falchion I wield, does magic damage, it doesn't seem to do so. It doesn't do so well against them. Of course, I could go and well, how those guys got spears to poke through the poke through the bars, I don't know. But suffice to say, they aren't particularly friendly, and refined materials do tend to be quite common find in this game. Renowned warrior soul. Trying to memorize this place. This location has taken a lot of changes in its styling and layout. So that makes it this location way much different than what it used to be. But I do remember there were a what's the word? Little corridor leading outside that you must be taking. But where it wasn't here. Yeah. Cries of help really sell the atmosphere of this place. It tells of a location that is not just so much of a prison in the sense that, well, it's more like a dumping station or whatever you say, rubbish tip. People are just hauled into this place and left to die or go through whatever horror they go through when they are well, that guy is dangling out there. But I can't seem to be able to take him out from here. Oh, I was a bit more complex than it could be, or better say than it was, if my memory is not completely broken, which it usually is. I don't even know why I'm doing this whole series. Out of spite, out of hope that it might become financially profitable endeavor. But you X guy are dead. Or whatever state there is. I wonder, do they get thrown back to Nexus and where is it? Oh, there it was. Prison of Hope, 3rd floor key. Now I found it. Yep, now I go back on the track. The different visual style, or I say more advanced visual style, made me a bit confused about what I was supposed to be doing. But this is basically just a key hunt this stage. You run around, you get keys, you grab keys. You try to get yourself some progress done. You open doors, which are much more ornate in this version than they were in the original one. And see a ominous fuck gate, which doesn't actually go to anywhere ominous place, except, well, upstairs. Some prisoners on this place are actually hostile, in the sense that they will attack. You press on, you can proceed. Oh yeah. How in hell was he there? I don't know. A little bit of a jump scare. Even though this game plays in a manner that you really don't get any big jump scares or anything like that. Horror atmosphere in Souls games usually is very weak, mostly because you usually have quite massive amount of weaponry to defeat, or at least challenge all kinds of monstrosities the game likes to throw at you. And there's lots of breakable props around this place. Yep. Oh, come on, walk closer. Thanks. Come on, walk closer. Yeah, those guys. The original source of where this kind of mind flayers usually came out, which is the Dungeons and Dragons, in that they were very formidable and dangerous creatures. But in this one, or whatever things they are, they're basically called just wardens or whatever, guards. Welcome to the party. So much of these. I'm trying to do my best not to open any corridors I don't need to. Because games got quite a lot of those things. Watch the corpses. Oh, there's one more of the guards. Two arrows takes them down, which is nice. Games got, and I guess that if I would have much less level grinding, because in Souls games there is no such thing like too high level. There is always, well, 4th floor key. Now I can move around much easier. And that one had a poisoned dagger. But I ate it. Oh yeah, he was there just... Oh yeah. Somebody was here and it looks like somewhere had managed to make somebody very angry about themselves, and that guy just went and locked him up in the Iron Maiden and left there. Plenty of spices. These mind flayers drop lots of spices. Spices make it so that you can replenish your magic points. If I already didn't have. Oh yeah, in addition to the stunning magic attacks, these guys, things or whatever you want to call them, also have a dangerous ability that they shoot magical bolts at you. That doesn't look too... he doesn't look too healthy. But there's an occupant in here who does not look good at all.
You're still intact, aren't you? Where do you call home? Dear me, I shouldn't pry. Oh, perhaps you'd like something from my collection. I've known better days. I was once the wife of nobility, and I have some nice things to show for it.
Well, she has nice looking dress. It's dirty, but it's ornately made. She sells lots of handy stuff, including a ring of avarice, which makes, well, that's the weapon to get. That's the ring to get when you want to start getting a lot of soul grinding. What else we just say?
There were many others trapped here, but they were driven mad and ventured above of their own volition. Redemption. There exists no such thing. The Queen banished that depraved old man from the land. He returned in strange golden garb with foul demons in tow. They pillaged Great Latria, land of the learned, and shut us away in this prison. Since then, they've been feeding off our souls, telling us over and over that if we go above, we will be granted redemption. I know the truth. The church goddess may die, but never for long. We are trapped below forever. Redemption. Well, that's quite all right. I wish to stay here, but I need souls to remain sane. As you know, of course.
She looks bad. I don't... bad as in sick and injured. I think there would be some sort of horrifying disease gnawing at her, and it shows in her face, but she has this sense of normal. There's a sense of normal in her. Anybody more? No. Well, you being in a box or amphora, I don't know what's the actual name. Big container makes it easy to just chop you dead. They don't have much soul. Just I think those things are one of the reglings are basically those, and reglings have the least powerful or valuable souls the game has in its plethora for you to find. Well, let's not go there yet. Breaking down to all kinds of things. But she mentioned something about church and some kind of undying and goddess in there, which of course means it's a hint about what is the boss of this place. Yeah. The chain ain't particularly sturdy when you can just use a regular arrow to cut it. But that one is very important guy. Alright, and I almost fell into death pit. Which would have been bad, because that would have meant I had to break the recording and start over again and all that kind of nonsense, which would have been quite hassle. yeah, this place has plenty of locks to find and go through. You could say that this level itself, well, it doesn't have as bad maze as the... Well, I haven't been there yet, or actually I have been there, but I haven't just showed it yet. Oh yeah, it went down. I really like the fact that they added that those lightning flashes to the stage give us a bit more interesting.
Well, you are a sane one, are you not? My name is Rydell. Please, liberate me from this jail. I have precious little time.
Oh yeah. And that's a mention about the that's the soul form thing, that the body may be somewhere else, but the soul is somewhere else as well. At this far, you could say that the Jenna the Herald's body lies in some sort of, is most likely being eaten by demons and all that, but her soul is wandering out prison of Latria and causing physical damage to it, or to it and its occupants and environments, not necessarily the prison itself, because these are sturdy stone walls and statues of stone and rock, but generally you could say that there isn't much. Oh, there was a blood stain. Now what's the key here? Gotta do the check. I remember it might have. Well, there's the key ring. It's a goddamn hassle. But luckily the enemies don't respawn and anything like that, so once you've gotten through the place you can just quite easily backtrack and figure out where are you going, what should we do, where am I, what's the plan, what's the purpose, all that kind of philosophical nonsense. Heavy thinking. Oh, not there. That would have been death, and not just death, embarrassing one. Walking away over the edge, the death pit, because of not watching where you are going. That is not a good way to die. There are plenty of bad ways for people to die, but falling to your death because you didn't watch where you were going is on the list of, you could say, worse, less good ways of dying. Okay, let's just check it. Let's just check where the keys are. Fourth and third floor. And I was at the fourth floor. They don't. The keys are not stashed in jail cells. That's obvious, because, well, game does have that kind of level of, you could say, almost realism or something like that, by making it so that the prison keys are not in, well, They are not in jail cells, because if they were, why would the guy just walk away, open his cell door, or just withhold the key and demand something in exchange of giving it that key back? So prison cells, and there it was. My mistake of not paying attention to the locale, but then again, this graphical style does make, when you are completely familiar with the game, that you play to the platinum trophy and all that, it's gonna, and it's got this dramatic facelift. Oh yeah, that's a day. Well, that thing is called prison polo. I don't know what would be the proper name for that thing, but it spits magics with a big warning, screaming warnings. So yeah, that's more like a, that's much less of a, oh yeah, that went down. That's much less of an, you could say, obstacle, and much more of a, some kind of, well, it's an enemy, but it's also a complete, well, all enemies are obstacles, but that was very much a stationary obstacle. As in, it doesn't do anything but just stand there and be a danger. Silver bracelets. Is very, very, very handy item, because it gives you basically a chance to, well, I'm discarding items because, well, I already had quite many of them. Oh yeah, that guy is carrying actually carrying a weighty armor. But the silver bracelets are really handy because they increase the soul gain. So this game has 2 items that give you extra souls when you have them equipped, and also and of course they also stack with each other. And also there's the fact that they also got practical, well, I don't know, could I call it practical, but well, let's just on with the crescent falchion just to recoup some of my magic points back. Aged spice. Oh yeah, this phase of the prison is much. Moonlight. Oh yeah, and all these little. Oh, death pit. Avoid. Going there would have been a bad idea. And now I've actually left the outside of the prison, or getting outside, and there's a church as well. And that's some sort of death contraption. And what I find, well, this is, you could say this is one of the more, well, this stage has very good, you could say this level has good, very strong design. But you could say that despite the oh yeah, and there's a and if you are really quick and bold, you can get through that with a bunch of flips, which makes it much easier to get through the place. I wonder, should I actually try that? The timing is regular. Actually, I think I'm gonna try to do it. It's gonna break the recording, of course. Look at that! I actually managed to do it! But it took me about 4 attempts. Yeah, 4 attempts it took. So let's just turn off this machine. And I just skipped a quite big chunk of the stage with a cunning application of rolling mechanics. And all these corpses in here were quite blatant warning about, yep, you don't want to go through that way. Nope, that's deadly. But there's another reason, because there's a little bit of a prep work which I must be doing. I cannot go over to say I could go and face the boss of this area right away, but there's a little, you could say, catch in it, or caveat, however, whatever is the word, about facing it, or yeah, facing it. Because there's this little side extra corridor, however you want to call it, balcony. Yeah, big balcony. And there's also a little jump pathway down from up here, so there's a little bit quicker way to get down. But that is not the point of coming here, even if you would do the roll through. It's this room. Because now I get a preview of the boss chamber, which is actually a church. Which well, battle in church ain't that right thing to do. And there's some sort of dude doing magics and all that. So let's have a chat with it.
What do you want? I am but a humble servant. I do not wish to interfere. I won't cause you trouble. I won't.
Well, that might be. Time for slaying. Yep. What else do you want to say?
What do you want? I won't cause you trouble.
Alright, I don't slay you. But my magics might disagree on that topic, because there's a little bit of one more catch, or there's a trick this stage has in its sleeve. Which, well, once I fall down here, becomes quite apparent. There's blood stains and all that kind of things around there. So that would be suspicious. Which it is, because there's a red phantom And it's got a powerful crossbow. It uses cause damage and a thief's ring, meaning it becomes invisible if you get it. I don't remember what was this character's name. I was supposed to say dangerous is proper term for her. Yeah, she got stuff. But there's the church, big church, main church. And it even opens to me, revealing the fog gate. That, if anything, tells that, yep, there's a boss in here. You can summon here. Watch the friends fight. And this boss is an interesting one. Most bosses of Dark Demon Souls are gimmicks. And this one also is a gimmick. Beautiful church. So this is the god in here. Doesn't look particularly friendly. And let's just put an arrow to her. Yeah, she's got followers. There's plenty of chairs around here as well. There's stunning runes or whatever you want to call them. And once she's damaged, she hides. And once you do damage to her, where she does the laughing cackle, oh damn it. Yep. It's a guessing puzzle of guessing as well. Oh damn it, and I was smashed into a crossfire. Oh shit, and oh damn, that was a wrong one. And there's a trophy you get if you only hit the right one all the time. Which can become quite of a, well, but luckily, because of the but and also Well, her worshippers actually do know who is the real one, so it's a so fighting her is a combination of guessing and knowing how to read the tail signs, which usually there ain't that many signs for you to observe because of there's quite many of them. Strike her down. And there's something else in here. Gargoyles appear to catch me. Apparently, I got myself redemption. Because they're gonna take me up there. So, climbing up, still climbing up more into another archstone. And I got the Doll Demon Soul as well. So, it's time to actually return to Nexus, return to Nexus and do some... and prepare to go next time to somewhere else. See ya then. See ya.